We have got so much insane movie news today, from brand new updates about Avengers Doomsday and James Gunn's new Batman Brave and the Bold film, a canceled Star Wars film that has fans outraged. We also got big updates for both upcoming Spider-Man movies, Stranger Things 5, and so much more. Let's get into all of it. Starting off, we finally got some new updates about the new DCU Batman Brave and the Bold film, and James Gunn has confirmed that no, they have not cast their Batman yet, but that the story has undergone major changes since the film was first announced. Now, when the film was first announced, pretty much the only thing we knew about it is that we were going to be getting the Bat family in this film, and that Damian Wayne was going to be the Robin we see in this universe, or at least the first Robin. So maybe that has been changed somewhat. Maybe we're not going to immediately have the Bat family in the first Batman film. But it seems like we're going to be getting some big official news soon, because Andy Muschietti, who is the director that was announced for this film a couple of years ago, that a lot of people thought maybe he's not working on it anymore. Well, it seems like he is, because he teased that in a few months we're going to get some big updates on the movie. And I feel like he has to be teasing that we're going to be getting a Batman officially cast within the next couple months. And of course, they're going to announce that right away to build up a ton of hype, which is going to be crazy. Let me know in the comments below your predictions for who this new Batman's going to be. Let's shift over to some Marvel updates though, because Jeremy Renner has been making some headlines lately, because in a latest interview that he just gave, he talked about the fact that he met up with the cast of Avengers Doomsday while he was in London, and he just said it was good to see everybody. We have a forever bond, so whether we're filming or not, we're always connected. So obviously fans have been running wild with this, being like, oh my god, it's confirmed, Hawkeye's returning, he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday, which I'm not ruling out completely. Like, yes, he was in London and literally met up with the cast of Avengers Doomsday, because London is where they're filming the movie, if you don't know. But I feel like him saying this almost confirms that he's not in the movie, because if he was like trying to keep it secret, why would he bring this up at all? And on a similar note, Gwyneth Paltrow, who obviously plays Pepper Potts in the MCU, says that she could be back in another Marvel movie too. So you know what, screw it, let's just bring back every single character that's ever been in a Marvel film. We're gonna have like 900 characters in this movie. I don't care anymore, let's just do it. But shifting from actors talking about being in the next Avengers movies, we also got actors talking about wanting to be in the new X-Men reboot, and this time it's Lawrence Fishburne saying that he thinks Professor X at the moment is the most appropriate character for him to play at the age that he is right now, and it would be a great fit. Now, I personally think in this new X-Men reboot we're getting, it's directed by Jake Schreier, and he's the director of the Thunderbolts. I think they're definitely going to be going in a younger direction, because obviously most of the main Avengers are aged out of the MCU or killed off at this point. The MCU really doesn't have a focus point outside of like Spider-Man, who's partially owned by Sony. I think they're going to want a younger X-Men team that they can literally milk dry for the next like 10 to 15 years of the MCU. But Lawrence Fishburne is a great actor. I wouldn't be mad if he was like Professor X or in the movie in some capacity. I just don't think it's going to happen. But let's switch gears over to the upcoming Spider-Man movies and some IMAX news, because if you're unaware, IMAX are the biggest screens in the world that you can possibly watch a movie in, and I think the best way to watch a film on such a giant screen. Not sponsored or anything, just my opinion. But IMAX just released their full slate over the next 2 years of what films will be releasing on their giant IMAX screens, and Spider-Man Brand New Day is not on that slate as of right now, whereas a bunch of other Marvel and superhero movies are, like Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, Supergirl releasing next year, and more will all be releasing on IMAX screens. So if you're wondering, well, what on earth happened with Spider-Man Brand New Day? Why is that like the one big release in the next couple of years that's not releasing on IMAX? It's because there's a limited amount of IMAX screens. If you live in a smaller town, you probably don't even have one, and most larger theaters only have one screen anyways. For the most part, pretty much only one film is in IMAX formats at a time, and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey releases 1 week apart from Spider-Man Brand New Day, and pretty much all the IMAX showings are going to be going to Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. I mean, Nolan's one of the only people filming a movie entirely on IMAX cameras. He is in love with this format, and I'm happy The Odyssey is getting priority over Spider-Man Brand New Day. That movie's not filming particularly for IMAX, so I feel like people will survive. Spider-Man's still going to make over $1 billion, but hopefully IMAX can help The Odyssey get to $1 billion too. But speaking of movie theaters, we got some shocking news from Netflix and Stranger Things. If you're unaware, the final season starts on Thanksgiving, and then it's releasing 3 more episodes on Christmas, and then the series finale on New Year's Eve. Well, now Netflix has came out and confirmed that yes, that final episode releasing on New Year's Eve is also going to come out in movie theaters in at least 350 theaters in the US and some in Canada. Now, this could expand closer to the release date if tickets are selling incredibly well. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Stranger Things in theaters might be incredibly annoying, because you're just gonna have a bunch of teenagers screaming over every little thing that happens, and you can't even hear what the characters are talking about. But this is still a pretty big step forward, and I feel like a lot of TV shows are really gonna start copying this if this makes a lot of money. It's really just crazy though, because Netflix's entire entire business model is relying on you not going to movie theaters, subscribing to them, and watching stuff at home. But earlier this year, they released their hit movie K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters for 1 weekend, and it made $18 million, like 2 months after the film was on Netflix. People just wanted to experience it in theaters. So it seems like Netflix has finally realized, like, hey, we have a huge audience of millions of people that love Stranger Things. At least a small fraction of them are going to go and pay like $15 to $20 to go buy a ticket and see this in theaters, and that's just free millions of dollars for Netflix. But at the same time, it seems like some studios just like losing money, and I'm talking directly about Disney and Lucasfilm, obviously, who are in control of Star Wars, because it just came out a new film that Disney canceled, and fans are very mad about it. Because Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren in the Star Wars sequels and is easily the best character in those sequel movies, just came out and said that he and the director Steven Soderbergh spent 2 years developing a Kylo Ren standalone movie called The Hunt for Ben Solo, but Disney ended up rejecting the project. He went on to say that we presented the script to Lucasfilm, they loved the idea, and Driver says that they totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger, who's the CEO of Disney, and they said no, and that they don't see how Ben Solo was alive after the end of Rise of Skywalker, and that was that. Which the reason for them canceling that being, oh, we can't explain how Ben Solo came back alive, when they literally just spent hundreds of million dollars on The Rise of Skywalker, a film that brings back Palpatine from the dead, with the only explanation being somehow Palpatine returned, is absolutely insane. But hold on, there's more to the story, because now, just the other day when this news broke, the Star Wars official YouTube channel uploaded Rey and Kylo Ren versus Palpatine from The Rise of Skywalker on their channel. Go to the official Star Wars YouTube channel and scroll for forever. You will not see another clip from the sequels like in the last 5 months at least. So people are theorizing that since a lot of people are so down on the Star Wars brand right now, a lot of people, including me, were trashing the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer when it came out and being like, oh my god, this franchise is just dead. Instead of just coming out and announcing this and getting absolutely panned, people think that Disney kind of had Adam Driver go out there, tell this story to Variety to kind of gauge the public's interest and reception, and now that they see the internet's like, oh my god, this movie would have been incredible, maybe it will still get greenlit and made. Who knows? Maybe people are coping, but I could see it happening. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of a creative segue to transitions between topics, so we're just gonna abruptly change to this because this is absolutely wild. Johnny Depp has been cast as Ebenezer Scrooge in a new Christmas Carol film, which is going to be directed by Ty West, who, if you don't know, pretty much solely makes horror films. This film sounds like an absolute fever dream, such a random return for Johnny Depp out of nowhere. But hey, this thing releasing next year right around Thanksgiving and then being in theaters all throughout the Christmas holidays, it could be a secret money glitch next year and surprisingly make a ton of money. We got some other new casting news for Hollywood here. Michael B. Jordan, we finally know what his follow-up to Sinners is going to be because he is in talks to star in the Miami Vice remake, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know was happening. Hey, are all remakes pretty much unnecessary? Yes, but this is being directed by Joseph Kosinski, who, if you don't know, he did the movie Top Gun Maverick, he just had F1 this year, and Tron Legacy. The guy knows how to make a movie that just absolutely rips and is a great theater experience. So pairing him with Michael B. Jordan, honestly, this could be an absolutely fire movie. It is releasing in 2027 and getting that IMAX release as well. Now that was a lot of pretty crazy news, so let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments below. If you want to see some major leaks we had from the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day confirming a new character in the movie, click the video above my head right now, and thank you so much for watching.